Welcome back. This is Creeper Vision. So today's video will be a tutorial for Tinker's Construct. I'm going to be showing you how to make the best sword, the best short bow, and the best arrows. Okay, so let's start this out with the sword. We will be using a long sword pattern. You'll need an obsidian tool rod, ardite handguard, and manulian sword blade. Can't really pronounce that. So the obsidian rod gives you reinforce 3, ardite handguard gives you stonebound. I'm not sure what that does, but I'm heard it's good. So already you can see 8 damage. That is 1 more than a diamond sword. It has 960 durability and 4.5 hearts. Now let's add some more to this. So we will go over here. Oops. So of course you can add modifiers because that's Tinker's Construct. So first what you want to add is some sharpness. So let's get our block of quartz. We can add up to 72 quartz on this to make this super sharp. And there we go, that is the last one. So we'll take out the quartz. And next we will add luck by putting on lapis lazuli. So this will take a while. And last click here. There we go. Now we got all the luck on here. So, as you can see, it is an looting 3 effect. Now, I believe you can still enchant it afterwards. And, I don't know if you know if I mentioned it, but the sharpness has added an extra 4 attack damage. So it was 8, and now it's 12, which is 6.5 hearts. So that's like more than half your health, I'm sure. And then next what we want to add is fiery. So we add that by putting blaze powder in. And after you have fiery, it should start burning the mobs to their deaths, of course. And when attacking, what are they called? Animals. There you go. When attacking animals, you should get cooked food from them. Now, as you see, we have no more modifiers left. But, turns out we do. You put a block of gold and a diamond. And there you go. You get an extra modifier. So now that we got that over with, we can add some necrotic bone. And the necrotic bone will give you a small bit of life from your enemies. So that is always nice to have. And now you can add another modifier by putting a diamond block and a golden apple. And you may be thinking this is really expensive. Well, I did say I was showing you the best sword. And then you can go ahead and add the beheading ability. And I think the sword looks super awesome with that effect applied. And now, this one is optional, but because of its low durability, I'm starting to think it's mandatory. You'll need 1 nether star to add another modifier on it. And then this modifier, you're going to add a leadstone energy cell. What? Hold on a sec. Okay, I put the leadstone energy cell on the bottom, not the top. And the leadstone energy cell will make it so you can charge your sword. So now, instead of taking durability, you just charge it up and that's its durability. So I think that is awesome, so it will never break on you. Okay, let's check it out on this creeper here. So you see his hearts on the top. And like I said, over half his hearts. And then the burning should end up killing him. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate, but you saw I got a head because of the beheading ability. So this sword is boss. It is totally the best sword. Like I said, you never have to worry about it breaking because you can just go ahead and charge it back up in your little, I forget what they're called, like infused whatevers. And they're good to go. Okay, and now on to the best bow. So what you want to do is get yourself 2 cobalt rods, go into the short bow construction, get a fiery bowstring, and here is your first bow. So you see it has reinforced 2 on it. Draw speed is not very good. It has a decent attack. Durability is pretty good, actually. And arrow speed, pretty average, I guess. Then you go... I'm going to drop my items every time. Then you go to the working area. Now we can add some modifiers on it. So it doesn't really need that many modifiers, but since of course it it doesn't have the best speeds, we want to add a lot of redstone to it, which will add haste, which will make it faster, and the block was used up, so we gotta put 4 more on it, and there you go, there's all your haste. And then after that you want to put a piston on it. You can put 10 pistons, so let's go ahead and get all 10. And then after the piston, I recommend another leadstone energy cell. I just think these are the best way to use your weapons because you can charge them up. Now the second half of this is optional because your bow right now is pretty good, but if you want, you can add more modifiers on it, and the only reason you would want to do so is to add a ton more haste, because haste is probably your best friend right here. So that is probably the only reason you'd want to add the extra modifiers, but I do definitely recommend it because, you know, you want your bow to pull back as fast as possible. Okay, now, the reason you want the knockback, say the enemy's charging you, you can't hit him with your bow, so you gotta throw him way back there, pull back your bow, and fire. Now, this is about the arrow speed, so it's a bit slower than a normal bow, but check this out, 1-hit kill on the creepers. And of course, this arrow speed is with the 3 extra modifiers filled up with the haste, so I definitely recommend getting the gold and diamonds and such so that you can get the extra modifiers, because this thing does draw back pretty slowly without them, and that is unfortunate, but that's just how you get the best bow, I guess, right? Now, of course, your perfect bow is useless without your perfect arrow, so you want to get an iron arrowhead, a wooden tool rod, and a feather fletching. Now, you see it does have a bit of weight, pretty average hearts, I'd say, and accuracy is the highest it can be, actually. You wouldn't think it is, but it is, trust me. And this time I didn't drop it. Sweet. Now, there isn't much to be put on an arrow, but one thing you will want is a ton of sharpness. Now, luckily this does not add any weight whatsoever, so you don't have to worry about that. After you got your sharpness, you have 2 modifiers remaining, so what you want to do is put some more sharpness on it, because this baby is going to be very powerful with 2 sets of sharpness, of course. Now, interesting fact with these arrows, they actually do 6 damage on their own, so you can just as well use them as a sword if you needed to. That's like an iron sword powerful, I think. Now, for modifiers, you also want to add fiery. So go ahead and get tons of blaze powder for this, and you can now burn your victims. So if killing them in one shot wasn't bad enough, you can burn them too. Now, of course, you could stop here if you want, but of course, I mean, you can stop here, honestly, but for the richest of the rich, you can keep going. Go ahead and keep adding quartz. Okay, just figured out you can't put luck on this block, which sucks. Could you put haste? Nope. So, since we have that extra anyways, let's go ahead and put tons more sharpness. And I will be right back showing you how much sharpness you can get on here. Now, after adding 3 more slots of sharpness, your arrow is more powerful than a diamond sword. 2 hits, and you can kill these mobs. Just 2 hits. It is more powerful than a diamond sword. It's a freaking arrow. That is amazing. So 1 shot with this arrow will kill anything. And of course, you have to be really rich to afford all the extra modifiers. So, good luck mining for all those diamonds and gold and nether star. Also, interesting fact, you don't have to worry about how expensive these are, because once you launch them, they come right back. So, say I was in survival mode fighting a nasty creeper. So let me go ahead and show you what I mean. And I always misspell that. So, you launch this at the creeper. Of course, it's going to kill it in 1 hit. And your arrow comes back. That is what is so amazing about this mod. So don't worry about losing your super powerful arrows. You will never lose them. I hope this video helped you out. And if it did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And as always, I will see you guys later. Goodbye.